It's currently 11:42 p.m. Around 10 in the morning, I had some of the leftovers from the family gathering of Dad's side at his parents' place that Dad's mom gave to us. In a sort of cake box for breakfast. About the equivalent of 1.5 donuts. And some donut holes. With my, I believe it was my second cup of plain coffee. I recall getting the first one around 9:15 or so in the morning. And being surprised that Dad was still there. Since he usually has to work by that point on weekdays. Yeah, but it turns out today is a holiday. Juneteenth. Which, from my understanding, is both a day meant to celebrate the heritage and culture of Black people, or those either from Africa, or with immediate or close family from Africa. While also celebrating the end of slavery in the United States. I recall having somewhere between 3 and 4 cups of plain coffee. The first two being cups of coffee I didn't drink yesterday night / evening because I didn't want to really have camping in the evening. I've got a bit of a rule in my head not to have any coffee after 2 p.m. I recall today having the last cup, including a sort of late morning pot Dad made. That was what my third and fourth cup came from. Finished my last cup somewhere between noon and 1 p.m. Around 2:15, I had some of the celery Dad pre-cut the other day. With the majority of the leftover cake from the family birthday party celebrations on Mom's side the other day. At least a day before the family gathering on Dad's side. One vanilla square and one chocolate square of cake with Cool Whip like frosting. I don't recall having a beverage with what I had for lunch. In the hours prior to my mom taking me to the Strawberry Festival in our area, which is meant to be a fundraiser for a museum, I worked on doing the mask for this personal project. First, using an ultrafine brown Sharpie marker to essentially do the back of the hood's lining, fur lining. Since if I did the sort of burnt orange of the color of the fur, then it would look like that it's in front of the face, and the hood wouldn't really have any depth. I feel that at some point in either the late morning or the early afternoon, I was able to find the reference image that the mask of this personal project is based off of, though I'm not 100% sure of that. I added that line towards the bottom of the mask in order to serve as a jawline. So this portrait drawing has a neck, the current plan is for essentially a 100% cotton mask with all vertical lines. And maybe some foreign writing on the forehead of the mask. Initially, Mom would come to Dad's place to pick me up from Dad's place and take me to the Strawberry Festival. But around 3:30 p.m., your dad ended up taking me to Mom's place. And then Mom drove to where the Strawberry Festival would take place, which didn't take much time. I recall we were there roughly from 4 to 6 p.m. A bit of a surprise was that there was one food truck there selling essentially garbage plates, burgers, and hot dogs. I'm not sure if I can pronounce the name of it correctly, but it starts with a Z. Zeke's. It is the best I can do with my current recollection. At one point after we had sampled the strawberry themed dessert samples, we waited in line for some time so I could get a bacon cheeseburger from that food truck, on which I put on ketchup and then mayo using condiment plastic squeeze bottles that were put on a complimentary table to the front of the food truck, right beside it, and to the left of where the order windows were. There was some good live music, though I believe it was the equivalent of a sort of DJ performing, playing music, if I recall it. It wasn't like there was a live band, but there was still, in a sense, live music. I had a bottle of water with that bacon cheeseburger. After sampling those strawberry themed desserts. The green paper ticket slash sort of coupon sheet with a part you tear off after entering your name, writing down your name, phone number, and email address to enter a sort of prize raffle. Entered in the information, tore that section off. After folding it, redeemed it. There were other tent booths. A couple more raffles that we took part in. At one point putting the one entry I won after spinning a wheel. With the perimeter of nails. Sort of nails that were hammered in. Putting this finger between two in order to spin it, from what I recall. I put that entry, name and phone number only, needed, into hopefully winning 4 day passes to Seabreeze. I'm not sure who made it, but my favorite of the strawberry desserts was the one that seemed to be filled with rice pudding and chopped strawberries in a sort of plastic cup. And I really enjoyed trying that one. Upon getting each dessert, the vendor would stamp tent booth vendor would stamp the ticket slash coupon sheet. Six were shown on the ticket slash coupon sheet, but we were only able to find 4 tent booth vendors in total. Right before Mom took me to the Strawberry Festival, she revealed that these came in the mail earlier today at some point. And she gave these markers, Sharpie markers, to me right before she took me back to Dad's place. These are part of the Sharpie markers Mom got for me off of Amazon. I in particular most needed these, as I feel these Sharpie markers, these ultra fine silver metallic markers will allow me to precisely do the sort of metal hooks on boots that hold the laces together. I already had fine-tipped metallic Sharpie markers, and now I'll have the precision I feel I'll need to properly do those metal hooks for the boots. And here's where I am currently on Elvenar. Though I didn't play too many computer games today, instead focusing more towards the current personal project. Though when I did play, I primarily focused on Crush, on Congregate, and despite that game being years old, it's kind of had bugs where I've lost all progress and had to load in my save in file 1 so I wouldn't lose any progress and would get the offline time towards the playthrough. I have a sort of rule to always save before quitting out of Crush. And sometimes I've noticed that phone conversations will be redone and I'll have to sort of reset and I'll have to go through them again. Not that this is a major inconvenience, but it's something that I've noticed. And I feel if I end up feel as if I don't remember the responses I did previously, I might get different photos. Or otherwise some different outcome.